Welcome back, Stack Attack Squad, to the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast, your one-stop shop to dominate fantasy baseball and football. Come get some.
All right. I made it. We're back. It's the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Trella, and with me, as always, is my brother from another mother. It's Trader Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello.
What's going on, bro? How we doing today?
I almost died about 3 minutes ago.
I know it was kind of funny.
It was not funny.
It was not funny. I know how to react. You shouldn't try to cough and sip at the same time, but
yeah. Well, dude, it's been bad, man. The respiratory function's been a little sketch the last week or two. So
speaking of
a little heavier
funny,
on the.
Let's talk about something funny real quick.
All right.
Obviously, I've had a rough week, but we're gonna focus on the positive stuff. All right. The positive stuff is that me and my son, we had sleepover last night, watching TV, hanging out, doing our thing, our guy thing. All right. But during the week, when he's at school and everything, we watch certain shows and everything. And there's a show on Netflix for kids called Troll Hunters, and we watch it. We love it. Okay.
Troll Hunters.
Troll Hunters. It's awesome. Okay. It's like an anime thing with people in a town in America that are protecting trolls and stuff. It's pretty cool. So
is this about Twitter?
So listen, this is what happened. So no. So all of a sudden the bad guys are going to win in this one thing, and there's an asteroid coming to kill the world, and there are 30 seconds left until everyone dies. Okay, and this one girl in high school is looking around. She goes, "Oh my God, I'm going to die, and I didn't kiss anybody." And then this other chick right next to her goes, "Oh my God, I'm going to die too. And I didn't kiss anyone either." So in this Netflix kids show, they turn around and start making out together. And my son goes, "Oh my God, that's disgusting." And at the same exact time, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's awesome." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, listen. I was like, "That's another conversation for another day. You're 5. We'll talk about 5 or 6 years from now." But it was horrible. I hated it. You're right. Kid anime show, girl on girl. What is going on with this world?
I don't understand the world anymore. It's that's a little bit much for a 5-year-old, huh?
But he looked up at me. He's like, "What do you mean awesome?" And I'm like, that's for another day, brother.
Yeah. Well, baseball is back, and life is good, man. It's awesome. Like you said, it's been a rough week on all accounts, but we got our release back, and all of these 19 drafts that we've been doing, each of us, are gonna actually amount to something now. So, how many of your teams have absolutely fallen apart with the free agent news that we've heard so far? Anything just collapse on you yet?
Not yet, but it will come.
I got a couple things. All right, Nick will be joining us in a little while. He had some setbacks with his daughter. I think by setback with his daughter, it means he has to scroll Twitter about Tom Brady for an extra 15 minutes, and he didn't want to interrupt our baseball show.
Thank God.
I'll be honest. I almost sold a couple of Gronk shares for like 4th round picks in dynasty leagues, and I held, so I got lucky there. Smart. But let's start with the Phillies and the Mets, because there's a lot going on with them. So the Phillies, the news out today was, the sky is falling on Philadelphia. Zach Wheeler, it comes out that in December he had to slow down his throwing program because his shoulder was sore, and he hadn't yet got back onto a mound. He had the biggest workload of his career last year, so he intentionally was slow to start, and then with the soreness, he took it even slower. He's ready to get on a mound now, so with opening day about a little bit less than a month away, everybody's acting like, do not draft, stay away, Nick included. His ADP is 24 right now. I probably wouldn't take him at 24th right now, but I'm not gonna run and hide too bad right now. I mean, if you're in a 15-team league and this causes him to drop to, say, the 4th round, you could make yourself a nice little build there, expecting that maybe, his first 2 starts are 3-4 innings instead of a regular workload. Are you scared of him or what?
No, I he's one of the guys I own all over the place a lot. So I'm really not scared at this point. You figure in 2020 he threw 71 innings, and this year, like you said, a career high 213. So it's a huge number on the arm coming through. So you expect a little bumps and bruises along the way, but I'm still gonna keep rolling with him.
Sticking with the Phillies rotation today, not today, but this week, it was like a ton of bricks. It was like 1 minute after the CBA was signed. They're like, "Oh, Ranger Suarez can't get a visa because he wasn't allowed to work in the United States yet because the deal wasn't signed." What the hell, man? Like, come on, give us something.
That's your boy. What are you gonna do with him?
And don't you feel like that's going to happen like a ton? Like within the next week or two, we're going to hear like, "Oh, such and such player broke his toe in the shower 3 months ago, and and then caught gout and hasn't been able to walk for a month." Don't you feel like that's going to happen all over the place now? Started with Ranger Suarez.
Yeah, I think we're going to definitely get some more people that are going to be affected by that.
That's the worst. Zach Eflin, I'm a little upset I don't have more shares of him because it sounds like he's going to be ready for opening day. He's a super, super sleeper. Get some shares while you can because he's an impact pitcher, absolutely. But the good news is today, Girardi actually said that Kniebel's going to be the closer from day one as it starts right now. So that's looking good, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Phillies did sign Familia, so they made a roster move for that. So yeah, that's the move you were waiting for as a Philly fan, right?
That's horrible. Mets fans everywhere were rejoicing, right? So let's talk about your Mets. They acquire Chris Bassett in what was one of the sneakiest trades of the week so far. I know you're kind of loving that, right?
Yeah, very good pickup. I mean, they gave him a good pitching prospect, number 5 in their system. And again, it was a big arm, but I really like Bassett. He's back end starter for the Mets because we got some horses up front. But what's up, Nick?
What's up?
Yeah, no, I think he's more. I put Bassett really as their number 3, man. I mean, this guy was a Cy Young candidate the last 2 years. He's their number 3, man, but behind DeGrom and Scherzer, and he's going to be a massive impact. Little bit of a fall off, I think, going into the National League East. There's some big sticks there, but this is somebody. His ADP is obviously going to jump because that's just what happens when you get traded. You become a little bit more notable, and us living in the New York area, it's obvious that our leagues he's going to take a big bump. But what else is going on with the Mets right now? Any other rumors or acquisitions that you're excited about?
Oh, well, they picked up Adam Ottavino today for the bullpen, which can always help. I have him over Familia all day long. He's a very good arm. We liked him a couple years back to get some saves and stuff, but he's going to fit into a nice role in the back end of the bullpen. I did hear that the GM said that they're happy with the way their offense is now. And it looks like they're not going to make any other bigger moves now. I think that they have too many bats. I think they're going to have to make a move somewhere because they just don't have enough positions for all these guys. But we'll see what happens.
Right. Ottavino actually, the last 5 years is like 6th in strikeouts by a reliever. Guy's sick, man. He's got one of the best sliders in the game. If you're in a league with saves plus holds, stud. If the role doesn't matter, yeah, you're gonna love this guy. Nick, what do we got going on with the Yankees?
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. Dealing with a birthday stomach issue with my daughter.
I thought it was you. I'm like, what did you do at your daughter's birthday party, man? You're
No,
blowing up your own stomach.
Yeah, we had to rush home.
Yep.
But no, so the Yankees are. We're waiting, but again, none of the major free agents have signed. Yes Network reported today, just recently, that Olsen is like the fit for the Yankees, but he's going to cost prospects. I think Freeman goes to the Dodgers or to the Braves. Yankees and Correa, I think it's going to happen. If they don't go Correa, I could see them going short term at Story, maybe 2-3 years, and then worry about the Volpe situation at the end of the year. Maybe move somebody to third base. Maybe he can slide over somewhere. But the Yankees are just stagnant. Fans are, if you look at Twitter. Fans are basically calling Cashman, what are you doing right now? And even Aaron Boone today was like, this is the team. We're going to compete with this team. And in October, he said the league has caught up to them. So they got to make moves.
Well, I thought they were going to make some breaking news that Brett Gardner resigned, but that hasn't happened.
Oh, and
yet
it's
either.
coming. Oh, he's gonna lead off. He's leading off, playing 140 games this year. Don't worry. Don't you worry. The Tim
Andy
Castro
cannot
signing.
quit Gardner.
The Tim
Always.
Castro signing today means nothing because Gardy's going to be back. Don't worry.
Right. Do you guys think that possibly, maybe if it's a trade for Olsen, do you think that Gleyber Torres could go out of town? You think Gleyber plus a good prospect not named
I don't think
Volpe?
Gleyber's going to be involved in it. I don't even think Volpe's going to be involved in it.
Volpe's not going to be involved in it.
They're not moving Volpe. There's no way they're going to move Volpe. I don't think Gleyber's going to be involved in it. I'd be okay if they threw Urshela in or something, but I could see 2 high-end prospects.
Oh, God. Yeah, Urshela's.
Yeah, Urshela. Well, he's a starting shortstop, according to Boone today.
From a fantasy perspective, he's a back-end bench player.
Yeah,
so.
from a real, watching baseball, he's a good player. He's a tough player.
Yeah, but he's not a New York Yankee, all-star at every position.
Matt Olson would crush that stadium. I think he's got 2 more years of control.
He does.
It's a perfect fit in New York. And I can even see the Yankees. What's that?
There's going to be no shift next year.
Yeah, and
the Yankees should get
Joey Gallo.
They should get every left-handed bat in the world right now.
Joey Gallo's going to crush it.
Yep.
I would just give Rizzo back.
Well, my thing, yeah, I like Rizzo. But the
He
thing too,
doesn't cost you anything.
With the A's, are the Yankees going to try and expand the deal? Sean Manaea, Matt Chapman, those are rumored names out there that were available. Do the Yankees expand this trade? If they expanded like Manaea, yeah, throw Gleyber in. We need a pitcher because our pitching depth is terrible right now. I mean, you have Cole, you have Severino who's coming off injury, you have Tyon who's always injured, and then you have the rookies. Montgomery's he's a solid end, but he's like a 3-4. You have Heel, you have Cortez.
Tyon.
Those aren't like top end starters right now.
All right. Well, I'll tell you who is a top end starter right now is Sonny Gray, who moves from the Great American Small Park to Minnesota. Traded. That was today, right? I don't know.
Yep.
That was today. Yeah.
It is. Actually, today is day 1 of vacation for me. 9 days, but.
What?
I mean, yeah.
Nice.
Technically, I have to go to work Tuesday, but it'll be one of those don't blink. You won't see me if you blink your eyes. I'll be out of there. So Sonny Gray. I mean, 2 years ago he was a 200 strikeout guy. 2019, way up there in the Cy Young vote. What is Minnesota doing? I don't really understand the vision here because, it seemed like they were getting, they were about to sell off with Garver going out of town, and then they reload with Sonny Gray.
So does this push Joe Ryan out of the question? Bailey Ober?
No.
They still in the rotation at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so because, Dylan Bundy, what's
he's there.
Randy Dobnak, I don't really they're not lighting up the world with anybody on this team. That's why I said it. It felt like they poised for a teardown with these guys. Their rotation is bottom of the league, and they come in and get a 1A type ace after they just shipped out a big stick. Shipped out their best defensive player. It's confusing.
Well, let's really quick. You want to flip it to the other side with the Reds. Yesterday it was announced that Lodolo and Hunter Green were going to be compete for the 5 spot in the rotation, and now this just basically all but secures both of them a spot.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. As a heavily invested in Lodolo as I am, I'd rather him start the year down, get stretched out. Let's get him up to 6-7 innings, start dominating a little bit, and then bring him up on a high note instead of bringing him up and letting him get shelled. Especially if it's a league that you don't have a bench in. That I don't want to put a rookie in Great American Ballpark into my lineup as much as I think he has, a number 2 starter upside relatively soon. Agree, Andy?
Yeah, I'm staying away from rookie pitchers usually, especially in that little baby ballpark. Definitely, but at the most you could think of these guys what are they gonna pitch? 100 to 120 innings, maybe 130. I mean, you're not gonna have it for most of the year anyway, so you might as well keep them down. Get a nice little reliever in your lineup, get some good ratios, and then put him in when he comes up.
All right. Sonny Gray's ADP. Anybody got it on hand right now? Wasn't ready with that. It's probably going to jump through the roof right now. Yeah, his ADP is 178. I think he'll end up being a top 125 pitcher relatively quick. He'll be going up in about the 8th round by the end of the day. So that's what the trade-off is he's going to end up in, going around the same time as about like Trevor Rogers. What do you want, Sonny Gray or Trevor Rogers? I'll take the upside. I'll take the young guy.
I'm taking Rogers.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what's next on our transaction log? We got Tim LaCastro. No, we don't care about that. Do we care about Steven? Do we care about Steven Souza showing up alive?
Hey,
what?
You're alive?
Yeah, Steven Souza Jr. shows up, signed with Seattle. Do you think maybe that
great.
Is that enough to get them off of Chris Bryant? I know I'm nuts.
You just want him in Philly or Colorado?
All right. We got it. Matt Moore signed in Texas. I fell for it last year and it didn't work out. Stay the hell away, man. He's lost it. It's over and done with. All right, let's get Andy. Let me ask you this one. Robinson Chirino signed with Baltimore. What do you think of that? My first take is that this might actually mean that Rutschman might be up day one, and they want to have a veteran presence back there. Chirinos is like 100 years old. He's not going to play.
Yeah, I don't see how that's going to stop him. I mean, 227 last year, less than 100,
and that's a good year.
Yeah, I just don't see anything. It's not going to hold him back.
All right,
back up.
Yeah. Okay. So the White Sox signed Joe Kelly to a 2-year deal. What do we think? Does that mean that Craig Kimbrell might be out of town? Tony La Russa is notorious for using his bullpen to the extreme. He likes to pitch them a lot. So
see, the thing with the White Sox too is money's not even a factor. Kimbrell's 16 million he counts for. And if they were to trade him or whatever, they're still going to be 40, 50 million, I think, under the cap. So I don't think they have to move him.
I don't think Joe Kelly really has a role with the team until he figures out his changeup. His changeup's horrible.
Yeah. You watch that video on Instagram his wife 2 years ago?
That's what I'm saying. He was
hysterical.
working on a changeup during a lockout and blew out his window.
Yep. Just a bit outside. All right. Similarly with the White Sox, they also signed Josh Harrison, who actually was on the All-Star team last year.
He was awesome last year.
Yeah.
God.
In Chicago, it's obviously going to be kind of a super utility type of role, where in Oakland he had a chance to start. Good bench option for your fantasy team. Does a little bit of everything, right?
Who's playing second base?
Yeah. No, you think he's going to start?
Who's playing second base? That's all I know.
Playing second base.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, who else is going to go there right now? Guy had a great year last year. They traded away their best second baseman to the other side of town.
Yeah. Lurie Garcia, no?
I think he's more of a utility role. He was all over the place last year. You see how many positions he plays? Jeez.
Right. All right.
Maybe.
I'll take that. That's relatively easy. All right. Let's talk about the Rockies. First, Alex Colomé, he had a pretty crappy year between two different teams last year. Ends up in Colorado. Looks as if he should be the closer right out of jump. I don't think that there's really too much else to. Daniel Bard is 2,000 years old. Carlos Estevez is just not good at baseball. Robert Stevenson never really kind of took the role. He should close, right? A flyer. I mean, we just took him in our 30 team. We took him in our 30-team dynasty startup in like the 29th round.
Yeah,
just because we were on the clock when he signed.
That's good value.
Yeah, I don't trust any of those guys out there, and I guarantee Colomé won't finish the year as a closer.
Right.
He probably won't. He'll be cut. He'll be down at some point, but.
All right, so let's move to the infield, and this is the place where Andy's probably going to get pissed off. Garrett Hampson, is he out of a job? because of Jose Iglesias.
No. Gary Hampson has super utility role all over the place. He played outfield last year. There's going to be a place. I mean, Iglesias, I never believed in the bat, so we'll see. But I still have faith in getting Garrett Hampson as the last player in the draft and getting some nice little upside.
Right.
You know, Twitter is amazing. Within the last 3 minutes, it's Michael Conforto, Chris Bryant, and now Freddie Freeman are all trending. It's like everyone's just tweeting about him left and right, even though nobody's signed yet.
Look at Jeff's head. He's just looking down like, where are they going?
Oh, now the Yankees are trending. It's
Yeah.
constant changing.
I mean, it's like 300 million people talking, so I don't know.
Baseball's
man.
on the minds until 12 o'clock tomorrow.
All right. So, Andy, you think that Garrett Hampson is still draftable, or he's just somebody you're going to be on and off the waiver wire all year for?
He could be a waiver wire guy at this point. You never
Yeah.
know. But, a couple of weeks of spring will decide where that goes.
What about Jose Iglesias? Of any value whatsoever?
I don't like him. I've never owned him. Never will. Not going to start.
Not
this
even
year.
in score sheet? He's a great defensive player.
Nah, I go for bigger names.
What about this outfield in Colorado? I mean, you got to tell me something good here, because it's Coors Field. You'd figure you'd fill it with guys that are going to hit 30 home runs. I mean, Charlie Blackmon is who he is. Raimel Tapia, he's got 5 or 6 home run upside. Connor Joe, 10 or 15 home run upside. Sam Hilliard could be a bopper. Come on. Jonathan Daza, what's he have? 2 career home runs? What are they doing?
This line's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Pretty
bad.
horrible.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So is CJ Cron like crap? Like, he's being drafted pretty well, and I'm kind of in on him too, figuring the 30 home runs. But is it going to be 30 home runs with 68 RBIs?
Who knows? El Blackman still gets on base. He just, can't. He just needs Corona to drive him in.
That's true. All right,
This line's pretty bad. Oof.
All right, Andy, tell me. Let's talk about the Houston Astros for a second. Nico Goodrum signs a 1-year deal worth about $2 million. Is this a moratorium on Jeremy Pena?
No.
Is it a bench option and Pena still has a shot at the spot? Or who knows about Carlos Correa? It's possible he could go back there.
Yeah, he could and mess everything up. But Pena's going to start. When Nico was starting and people drafted him, he pissed everybody off. He's dead to me. I'm not going to own him any other time again. And the man has good in his name. He's not good. He's bad.
He's got good and rum.
Bad rum. He's out.
All right, so we're out on that. You excited about Lewis Brinson signing a minor league deal with Houston?
Another guy. Done. I'm done with him. I've had him too many times. You just gotta. Sometimes a player could fool you, maybe twice, but 3 strikes, you're out, man. He's out.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so next in line we had Kurt Suzuki signing with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Are my Max Stassi shares in trouble?
No, I think it'll be a nice little split of time there between the two. Stassi has some solid power, and you can get him really cheap, and you could do a lot worse at catcher too.
Here's a small signing. Marlins have signed Williams Astudillo to a minors contract. He's back, the catcher.
That's a fat boy. That's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Marlins minor league contract.
All right. I'm in. The big breaking news on the show here today. Look at that.
We got sources on Twitter.
Sneaky that nobody noticed. You know who else the Marlins signed yesterday? Roman Quinn. Any chance that he gets some at-bats? Because, this is somebody that, Andy, I know you've always been waiting for the 40 stolen base season. Just hasn't come. But, nah.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long.
He's organizational depth and just a mere bench option at this time. All right, so the big move yesterday or day before, I don't know, I lost my calendar. Isaiah Roger Kiner Falafel. Isaiah Kiner Falafel gets traded to Minnesota for Mitch Garver. Mitch Garver to Texas. Neutral park. I mean, it's probably a downgrade in the park, right? Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
but
a little bit.
I mean, you got to feel better about him being in that lineup because if you look at the Texas expected lineup, what do you see? It looks like he should be towards the middle of that lineup, right? You know, it's on the table for Willie Calhoun to lead off, and then you'll have Seager, Simeon, 2-3 in some order. And then the middle of the rest of the order has got to be Garver and Nate Lowe, right? Mm-hmm. Unless there's another trade.
Put Nate Lowe cleanup, batting fifth.
God, roster resource has Garver batting cleanup.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're going to put Seager third, it would make sense to put Garver in between him and Lowe.
And then Lowe, yeah. Yep. Wow.
So this is a guy that's a catcher that could potentially be, batting behind Seager and Simeon. That's pretty studly.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You want to know something crazy? If, he hasn't been healthy and we had, the COVID shortened season the year before. In the last 2 years, if you take his last, I believe it's 140 games played, he has 44 home runs, right? What did Sal Perez do in 140 games last year? 49 home runs, right? So it's basically like it's the same thing. It's just split over 2 seasons because he was hurt for quite a bit, and batting average is almost the same, So Garver, I think, has probably, with this move, he's snuck into not the top half of catcher ones, but I probably feel comfortable with him as my 9th or 10th overall catcher at this point, because he's not going to kill your average, and there's 30 home run upside there. So,
all right, let's turn to the other side now.
Okay,
I got a catcher that I love with the Twins for years. The rookie came up, had a great rookie season, slumped last year, and now is getting full-time at bats in Minnesota. Ryan Jeffers. I like him. He had a good year 2 years ago. He was one of their top prospects. I'd always liked the bat. I don't know. He's going to be, at the end, you can get him for free. So it's worth the flyer.
Yeah, my concern with that and why, right, if he's going to stay where he's at right now, fine, I'll do it. But if he takes an ADP jump, my concern is you're still looking at the San Diego Padres over there, and they have 2 catchers that should be starting on most teams. And now if they're in the run for Nelson Cruz, that takes away some at-bats from the DH spot. So you could see Alfaro or Nola getting traded possibly, and maybe Minnesota's a possible landing spot. So that's my only concern. That's why I wouldn't get crazy about Ryan Jeffers right now. But I like you said, man, it's something to be excited about. And I have a share in our home league as well. So yeah, man, like that. All right, where am I at? So we talked about the Mets getting Chris Bassett, and that was probably a reaction to them not getting Yusei Kikuchi, who signs a 3-year contract in Toronto. How do we feel about him?
I like it better giving up the prospect and taking Kikuchi. That's for sure. He's been one of the best pitchers in baseball the past 2 years. Bassett.
Yeah, well,
Bassett's great. That's a great pickup.
But wouldn't a left-handed pitcher be a better fit for them, being that they're top-heavy with the right-hander?
No, if he sucks.
You're in a division with potentially still Freddie Freeman, with Bryce Harper.
He sucks. We have Max. We have DeGrom. We don't worry about Max. We don't worry about Freeman and
Bryce you got Steve
Harper.
Cohen paying money. You're good.
Dude, you win 2 out of 5. You don't make the playoffs. So, well, wait, everybody makes the playoffs now. I forgot. So what could we expect from Kikuchi in Toronto?
4.0 ERA.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it if it means potential for 13 to 15 wins and 175 strikeouts. I think that's on the table, right? The league average.
Then again, Robbie Ray didn't have an inflated ERA, and he was fine. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't like the land. I don't like the division landing spot, especially like you talk about the Yankees getting maybe heavy bats or Brett Gardner. We don't know.
Yankees don't have any heavy bats yet.
Brett Gardner.
Yeah,
and Tim
that's
McCastro.
true. Yeah.
So, do you think that the Blue Jays are kind of doing all right, well, the Yankees are going to get all these left-handed pitchers, left-handed hitters because the shift's going to go away, and they got that little park. So let's put the back of our put at the back of our rotation a whole bunch of left-handed starters that are studs. Possible?
Yeah, possible.
Yeah, could be. Because they still have Ryu, right?
Yep.
Yes.
He's still signed. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Who did the Yankees sign? Ronald Guzman to a minor league contract.
What?
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Yankees signed Ronald Guzman.
What?
Get all the left-handed power hitters.
Oh man, Jeff, you know I love him.
Yep.
Oh man, that little porch.
Are we on the clock yet in the 30-teamer?
Guzman has a 406 average with 13 hits and 6 home runs, and oh boy.
Woo! Fire him up, baby. Let's go. Oh man, I
Fire
love
up
that guy.
Guzman. Yep.
Short porch, baby.
This is the next Greg Bird.
Bird is the word.
Yep.
Oh, that
Greg
one
Bird
hurt.
just signed a minor league contract somewhere.
He did. I didn't see where it was. I mean, I saw he signed.
It
Let
don't
me see.
matter.
I'll pull it up. Greg Bird. Where's the Bird? Greg
Bird
Bird,
is the
Toronto.
word.
Toronto.
Toronto.
Nice.
Oh
All right.
god.
Can they go back to playing in Buffalo? I like that. I like that place better.
All right. A little bit of a smaller deal. Steve Cishek signs a 1-year contract with the Nats. He's 36 years old.
It's getting close.
Could be a potential in the conversation for saves, you think?
Him and Finnegan.
Yeah.
John Heyman just tweeted too. Was that possible?
Rainey?
Possible.
There's 3 options. He's somebody's stash on your bench in a deeper league and just pray.
Options, not absolutes.
Exactly. Well said. All right. We did see Clayton Kershaw re-sign with the Dodgers.
Did you see what he said today?
No.
That he didn't throw until after the new year started.
Okay. Zach Wheeler
I don't
hasn't
know.
thrown yet.
Well, Zach Wheeler also has a sore elbow.
Yep. All right. So what does this mean for their rotation? Because they rumbled that they're ready to welcome back Bauer once he's cleared. At least that's what Dave Roberts said. That doesn't necessarily mean the organization's behind it. They spent some good money on Andrew Haney this year. Urias and Walker Buehler are studs that are installed in their long term. Does this possibly push Tony Gonsolin out?
I think
with
so.
Kershaw coming back, which is a little painful.
Roster resource right now doesn't have Bauer on there, so it's all key on Bauer
because he's not on the active roster right now.
Right now,
So
they can't
Once
put
he
him on
comes,
there.
if he
Once
comes back, it's going to push Gonsolin out.
Gonsolin back out.
Yeah, he's out. He's going to be a reliever.
Is it Gonsolin or Haney?
No, I think Gonsolin.
Gonsolin.
I think it's Gonsolin.
Yeah,
I
think
mean,
Gonsolin.
that could change. That could change as the season goes on. But
Yeah.
And you
I
could
think he's
even
the early out.
you could see a situation where Haney and Gonsolin are doing some piggyback starts where they're each getting 3 innings and try to save the bullpen a little bit.
You got David
Not
Price.
ideal. Not ideal.
Oh yeah,
Price
David
will do
Price
that too. Yep.
Oh yeah, forgot about him.
Some of these teams are just sick, man. What? That's not even fair.
Now Castellanos is trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
These guys need to
Notice-
sign.
Yeah, it's getting to be annoying. All right. What else we got? The other big one, the one that set all the dominoes off, was Mr. Rodon signing a 2-year deal in San Francisco. Andy, you've shunned him on this show within the last few weeks.
I have.
Yeah, and your
I have.
argument makes sense, but he got over the amount of the qualifying offer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a red flag because the White Sox didn't sign him. But if he was going to sign anywhere else that makes me feel good about him, it's San Francisco. Because San Francisco has a way of just turning these pitchers into nothing. I mean, watch what Alex Cobb does this year.
Yeah. Well,
I
I don't even know if it's the organization so much as it is the ballpark.
I think
it's
it has something
freaking
to do.
Yellowstone Park.
Yeah.
So, all right, Rodon gets a little bit of a bump up. You know, I don't know. I was out on him. I'm still out on him. I don't think any shares are incoming from me.
I think I have him in Raz Slam, actually.
Yeah. What the hell were you
Take it.
thinking?
I don't know. It was late. It was late. He kept slipping. I might as well just took him.
All right, Nick. Let's get to you now. Let's do a little rumor mill. So, Freddie Freeman. We're hearing the Dodgers. We're hearing. Yeah.
It's gonna kill me.
What do you think's going to happen?
I think he goes back to Atlanta.
Really?
Wow.
I think when all is said and done, I think he goes back home. But he does have family in.
His home is California.
His home is California. Yeah. His wife lives in Atlanta with him right now.
Like most wives should.
Remember, in the past, for the Yankees, CC Sabathia, Garrett Cole, both West Coast boys, they brought him to the Bronx. So anything's possible there. But I think he ends up back in Atlanta when all is said and done. His heart's there. I think LA is going to blow him away.
Yo, their heart's not there. They ain't offer him a contract yet. It's a little disrespectful. I'd be a little mad.
No, they offered him 5. They offered him 5 years a while ago.
He wants a 6. I think he wanted 6.
I don't know what the hell difference that makes before the lockout.
Life, yeah,
about
that's your
cornerstone.
That's your cornerstone right there. That's like the Yankees get rid of Jeter. He means that much to that city.
Yeah. Would the Yankees let Jeter sit out there? No.
Well,
no.
Well, listen. If there's anything that, I mean, the Braves just won the World Series. They have a young stud who's going to be one of the faces of baseball for the next 10, 15 years, lined up and ready to go in Acuna. And all the word is that if they don't take Freeman back, which it looks unlikely like they will, that they're going to trade possibly for Matt Olson, who's from Atlanta. And what better way to, put your fans at ease by taking a local kid who plays the same position and is younger and is cheaper.
All I hear is
unfortunately, he's going to be a Yankee.
Dodgers want everybody. Dodgers want Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz, too.
They want everybody. It's ridiculous. They
only
can play 9 guys.
Shares are gone.
They only play 9 guys. I just don't understand.
Oh, yeah, that guy's dead.
Yeah, he's done.
That season's over.
It's done. I don't know if I want to keep him now.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty serious accusation right there. All right, so you just mentioned Nelson Cruz. Is it between the Dodgers and the Padres? I also heard the Braves come up too.
That was multiple reports today saying it was between the two.
Can't be the Braves because you already have a DH there that can't play the field in Ozuna.
Okay. Jock Peterson.
Oh, Indians? I hear.
Yeah, Guardians.
Oh, Guardians! Oh, my bad.
That's the second week in a row that you offended me, Andy.
Guardians.
All right, Andy. Let me ask you a question about a prospect.
Oh.
Emerson Hancock shut down at least 3 weeks.
Ooh,
cross him off.
He wasn't going to help this year anyway. A little water went down the wrong way. I wasn't expecting him to do anything this year or anything. Anyway, so they're loaded there, so I'm not really worried about him.
Okay. I mentioned Acuna a few minutes ago. They're actually saying that those sexy pictures that we saw on Twitter a couple of weeks ago, that we got a little excited about it, and he may not be ready until like mid-May now. Still taking him in the first round for redraft.
Can't do it.
So let's talk a little ADP right here about that. Andy's dying on us. What is going on?
He'll be fine.
Yeah. Andy will be fine, or
It'll be fine.
Carry on.
Okay, so right now Acuna is going 10th, 11th overall, while Mike Trout is going 15th. Mike Trout is said to be ready to go. Fire him up, no issues. While Acuna may miss a good 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I want Trout.
How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you justify that? Is the justification that Trout's running days are behind him and Acuna is still a gazelle that'll, even if
we're
he misses
talking
3 weeks?
We're talking best case scenario. What if he has a setback?
It is true.
And what was
I didn't see no setback when I watched him hitting in the
game.
No,
but
what did he hurt last year? What did he hurt? ACL?
Yeah.
Yeah, his running is not going to be there this year either, or it'll be at least delayed a little bit. So you fire up Trout all day long over him.
Oh,
Guy's
boy.
favorite to win the MVP right now.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So, the biggest draft we got left is turf, and we don't know our draft spot yet, but I have a feeling one of us are going to end up with Trout at the end of the first round.
Well, if my KDS is any indicator, I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, so you're going for the back end?
Yeah, I love the back end this year.
No, sorry.
That's what she said.
I want that back end this year. I like the value
That was
there.
too easy.
Nick, we're not listening.
Yeah.
We're not listening right now. That was awesome. Yes.
Get a drink. I'm just gonna drink.
Sorry, Mom.
Say hi, my Jack and Coke. Screw you.
All right, so say your point. Say your point.
I'm just saying,
You're looking at the back end.
I like the back end. I like the value this year in the back end. I mean,
So do
you have
I.
Trout, you have Kyle Tucker. One of the aces slip. You can take one of the aces. Swinging back around, you can take Freddie Freeman.
Yep. I'll tell you one reason why I might want to stay towards the middle to the top and go the opposite way of what you're saying. Now, I'm usually a back of the first round guy. I avoided saying it. Is because I think, and the Wheeler thing, it kind of might set this in motion. You're going to start to see all of these aces that look healthy start shifting closer to the first round. Your DeGroms, your Biebers, your Scherzers, these guys are all going to start trending up pretty quickly. And you might end up seeing that conglomerate on the back end turn be a lot of pitchers there, which was going to slide some of these big end hitters like your Tuckers into the later part of the second round. So I might be comfortable living in the top 6 picks still, because I think that might happen. And then I'll take the risk on Wheeler on the comeback in the third or somebody like that. Even Nola. I'm comfortable with a Nola as my number 1 as well. So that's just the dynamic I expect to happen. I think I'm going to set my KDS for the top because I love how my build went in TGFBI. It just blew up on me. I got freaking Sniper City in around round 17, 18. The way that I expected to build my team at the back end just fell apart. It just every single round I got hosed. So I'd like to try to do that build again in an important league and see if it comes together for me. So I'm kind of leaning towards pick 2, pick 1.
2 weeks away. 2 weeks away.
Yep. Yeah, excited for that. And we got a big advantage. We got a big advantage for the overall because most of these Earth drafts
Yes.
happen this weekend.
Yeah,
so
that's big.
We're drafting 2 weeks from today, and we're going to have so much more information than they all did today.
Mm-hmm.
So I think our league, I think that our league champion is going to have a really good shot at the overall. Andy, what's your preference of pick? I know you had like 13 in TGFBI and you were pissed about it, but it worked out for you.
No, I wasn't really pissed about it. I don't care. Like I said, I don't even really set my KDS. I don't care. Wherever I go, and I'll adapt.
I'm in agreement with that. I kind of like the surprise factor. Just give me something.
Yeah. All right. That works for me. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any other players I forgot to mention? Chris Bryant. The baseball gods have not done it yet for us, but it doesn't look good. But I think every minute he's on the market makes it a little bit more likely that he does not go to Seattle. I kind of, he's just such a perfect fit for them. And their president was saying along the lines of, we're looking for somebody that, can play third base and other infield positions and kind of help us to take Toro along slowly and then possibly filling in the outfield. And we're really lacking a big right-handed power hitter to complement Haniger. It's like you're basically saying out loud that you want Chris Bryant on your team, but it hasn't happened yet. And the rumors were so thick that he was going there, and it hasn't happened yet. Same as Freeman. So it almost leads me to believe that, maybe Bryce Harper's in the ear enough and the Phillies involved. The Rockies could still be involved. Those are 2 dream landing spots for us from a fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
But I guess you're both going to tell me he's going to Seattle, right?
No, I'm going to leave you with a little hope. Doesn't matter who you put in the lineup. Max is going to mow you down.
Oh,
Oh my God.
oh my God.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You guys ready for my throwback of the day?
Yeah,
And
let's
Jeff,
do
you're
it,
not-
bro.
Jeff,
Let's
you're not-
do it. I got a bad feeling this is going to be the miss this week. I'm not prepared.
You're not allowed to answer, Jeff. All right? Because you'll get it automatically because of the week it was. Okay, so this guy was coming up in the late 90s, early 2000s. I know he did. All right, I got him on my huge 19-team fantasy league for $2. And it was my favorite player. He was on the West Coast, so I stayed up and watched Baseball Package every freaking night, watching him pitch, watching the great Vince Scully talk about it. And he was an all-star in 2002. He was 15-10 with a 3.0 ERA, made this all-star team. And he's currently he's a year younger than me, but he just died this week. Who is he?
Oh my God. I saw the news too.
My boy.
These damn millennials. No,
Nope.
Jeff, tell.
So Dallas Perez.
Wow.
Andy's guy. And I'll tell you what, I got a piece of my aluminum siding flapping in the wind up on the top of my house.
It's too soon.
And I'm not going up that ladder, and this just proves it. I'm not going up that ladder to fix
Don't
it.
do it. Don't do it.
He died falling off a ladder.
No, I'm not falling off a ladder like that. Hell no. Yeah, that's sad, man. Dallas was great, and kudos to you because it developed slow, his career, and then he was a star for a couple years as a starter, and then he just developed into a very high quality reliever for quite a few years. I mean, he just actually retired. He'd been pitching, I think, in the Mexican League or something. Yeah. He just retired, and dude, stay in the game.
Him and Bartolo Colon, the 1-2 punch.
Bartolo's older than him, I think, right?
I know, but they're both probably pitching in the Mexican League same time.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, but Bartolo's a DH in the Mexican League, I think.
Dude, let me just tell you,
the greatest
his home
moment in baseball history.
Ever. Like, how can you not be romantic about baseball after you watching that fat guy run around with the bat? That's beautiful.
That was the greatest home run I've ever seen in my life. No, nothing will ever top that. Sometimes I actually go on YouTube and watch it all over again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that before bed.
Nice. The greatest home run in Major League Baseball history was Gaylord Perry's only home run, because his manager had just given an interview like a year earlier and said, we're going to land on the damn moon before Gaylord Perry hits a home run. And he hit the home run the day that the United States landed on the moon. It was like his next at-bat landed on the moon. Amazing.
That's awesome.
Only career home run. All right. Anything else to add, guys, before we get the hell out of here?
No.
Just waiting to hear back some news.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Some news. Yeah. We got baseball, football tomorrow. We got a lot going on. Good week.
Yep. So Nick, I'll give you a minute on our way out the door. Talk to me about Tom Brady. What's your thoughts?
He's back. Hold on a second. Let me just this stat just came across. It was Adam Schefter. Every other year when he loses a playoff game, he wins the Super Bowl. Since 2013, lose playoff game, win Super Bowl. Lose playoff game, win Super Bowl. Every year since 2013. And guess what he did this year? He lost. So, Buccaneers will win the Super Bowl this year.
I was just telling Andy too, man. I was about a month ago. I put all my Rob Gronkowski dynasty shares up on the block, and I was ready to take. I'm like, I'll take a 2023 number 3 and call it a day. And I just held off, and now I could probably get number 1s for him right now.
Insane. I have him in our one dynasty league. I was all ready to sell for a quarterback and don't have to anymore.
Dude, that's the first thing I did. Is he available? Shit. Available? Shit. Available? Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I thought it was a joke. I was at the dinner. I looked at my phone. I'm like, is this a joke? I thought it was one of those, like, the check marks with the 7 in it. All the people with the big check marks. I thought it was one of those.
Yeah. My wife goes, "Oh, it's an April Fool's joke." I was like, "It's not April Fool's yet."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trey. Hey, he back.
Oh God!
All right. So if we get any more big free agent news before the middle of the week, I'm on vacation. We'll come back on the air as soon as we have to.
If you follow me, I literally retweet everything.
Yeah.
The second it happens.
Yeah. Nick is king retweet over here
Until April.
Every news.
Until April.
Mid-April. Mid-April.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Bobby in the chat asks, we didn't believe he was going. Did you?
Yeah, had that feeling.
Can you believe that the Major League Baseball owners locked the players out longer than Brady was retired? Come on. That's not even fair.
He spent 3 weeks home and he said, nope, I'm done. I'm going back. I'm not doing this.
Wait, these kids live here?
I gotta deal with my kids. I'm out of here. I'm going back to work.
Yep. All right, guys, it's been fun. We'll get back on the mic in a couple of days. This has been the Stack Attack Fantasy Podcast. I'm at JTrella20. This guy's at NMimi, at AMAC22NJ. Guys, it's been a blast. Trevor, take us on out. Thanks for all you do. Peace, guys.